ShareTreck, and it's 23rd of December around 3:15. Another 45 minutes to go for the market close, and everything is looking fantastic. It's just the Santa Claus rally that we have been waiting for. And I'm looking at the VIX right now, VIXN, which is closely related to our NASDAQ and CRISPR shares. And I can see that we are beginning to penetrate the support at 20.94, which is exactly out here, if you can see my cursor. So it's all a good sign. Now we have to get into this downward line, this downward green line, sloping line. That will be the next test. And hopefully by the next trading day, we'll be able to break through that also. And as a result, we can see that the NASDAQ has gone up, and so has the other indices. And when we look at NASDAQ, we are firmly into the upward bullish channel that we were in before. And you will see that we are heading towards a resistance of 16032.76. That's our next stop as far as NASDAQ is concerned. And now let us turn our attention to the biotech shares that we track in this channel. And I have sorted them according to the gain. So Editas is at the top of the pile, followed by Blue, Regeneron, Intelia, Beam, TDOC, VRTX, CRISPR, and REGN. So let's get started with Editas first. And this is the long-term view. And you can see that we are in a bearish channel which is going down. And let us zoom in and take a closer look. Let me go to a 6-month view. And you can see very clearly how the downward bearish channel is sloping this way. And we have been moving sideways with regard to Editas. And if I go into a 1-day view, we can see that we have crossed the resistance that we have here. And we are now going to turn this resistance green. It has become a support at 29.75. This is absolutely positive. MACD is bullish. And RSI has got plenty of way to go up to become overbought. So this looks really good. So very happy with Editas. Now let us look at Blue. The 6-month view can clearly show you the bearish channel which we broke out of. And now our next resistance is at 11.65. Our MACD is trying to cross over the signal line and go bearish. And that's the only concern here. But if you look at the dark pool trades, it's all mostly seems to be buys. So that's also a good sign. And let's look at Regeneron, which has gained 1.45%, that is $8.93. And we are yet to enter this upward bullish channel. However, the good news is that we have been able to clear a resistance of 624.20, which is this red line. And that's a positive for today. I'm going to wait for the next day to see if I can change this resistance into a support if we close above this resistance line. And that would be a good step for Regeneron. And then our next resistance will be at 630.91, followed by 642.59. If we look at the MACD, it's very bullish. RSI has got plenty of ways to go and become overbought, so it's all looking good. And there's been a little bit of a mixed activity as far as the dark pool is concerned. We have a lot of buys and a little bit of sell. So overall, it's looking good. Next, let us go and take a look at Intelia. So when we look at Intelia, again, we are in an upward bullish channel, and we are moving towards a resistance of 132.97. And we also have got a red line, which is a resistance which has followed us for a long time, right from somewhere around 20th or 30th of June. And we need to cross that also. So there is a lot of headwinds for Intelia, but as far as the MACD is concerned, it is looking good. Let me go to the 1-day view. So in a short-term view, we have a bullish MACD, and we have a RSI which has got a plenty of way to go up. So everything is looking good for Intelia. So that's what we have there. Next, let's look at Beam. Beam has gone up 0.9% today, that is 77 cents. It's at present at 86.50. And when I look at the charts of Beam, it's going to go sidewards. And let's look at the long-term view so that we can get a perspective of where we are. So we are just under the red line, which has been holding resistance for a Beam for the longest time, right from somewhere around 30th of June. We have been having this red line which denotes strong resistance. It has been tested once, twice, and thrice. So we are just about in the cusp of testing it. And we have a doji candle today. So if I go back to a 1-day view, you can see that we still have ways to go before we can cross that red line. And once we cross the red line, then we have better prospects for going up. And since Beam has been going on a sideways journey for a while, I decided to take a deeper look at Beam and look at all their business activities, where they are and how the business is faring. So I have a special which I'm going to drop maybe in another day or so, maybe for the weekend. So watch out for that. Probably I'm aiming for 24th. If you get some time, please take a look at it, and that will give us better idea of how better Beam can handle the market situation and continue its journey upwards. Next, let's look at TDOC, which is up 0.87% today. That is 82 cents so far. And there has been no dark pool activity that I can see, which is in support of our activity, except for a small brief period of sells. So despite all that, we have been having a positive on TDOC, so that's really, really good. I'm going to zoom out to a long-term view to get a bearing on where we are. So we were on a downward bearish channel, and we broke out of it, and we have a support at 95.04, and we are kind of above it, and we are trying to break through 97.20, which is our next resistance. So we are consolidating sidewards, and we have headwinds both from the 11-day EMA and the 50-day EMA, which is the orange line and the red line respectively. So we'll take the positive. There is a lot of way to go, and consolidation is always good. Consolidation always precedes any upward movement. So I'm looking forward to that for TDOC. Then let's look at Vertex. Vertex is up 0.42%. That is 93 cents. And if you look at the overall context, we were on a upward channel, which was kind of going to be a pennant, which would have been bearish. Fortunately for us, we broke out of it, and we still have support from this green line, which is here, which was the upward bounce, which was the earlier resistance, is now a support. And our next resistance is 224.46, and we have been hitting at it today. We tried to pierce it once, but came back. We are trying it again, and hopefully by the end of the day, if we close above 224.46, that would be really, really good, and it can set us up for further movement. And let me go to the 5-day view so that we can see that the next resistance is 224.46. That's what we have here for Vertex. Let's go on to CRISPR. CRISPR Therapeutics is up 0.14% today, and it's strongly between 79.51 and 83.46. And if I were to zoom out to a 6-month view, we would see that I had this channel out here. So this green line has been with us for a while, as you can see, and we have bounced off it today, and we have got resistance at 83.46. So we are within that channel. The MACD is aiming to cross over the signal line, which will be bullish, and in that case we will have further growth. But today there has been a lot of dark pool sales, which I can see here. So they have been the headwinds, and still we are positive, so that's really a good sign. Let's look at ARCG, which is down minus 0.34%. We'll take it any day. 64.39, which was the support, is now still providing support, but it has been the price level around which ARCG has been moving. And as you know, ARCG is an ETF with a lot of individual shares in it in this CRISPR sector, and so all the underlying have been in a churn. But as long as we do not go below that, we do not end below 64.34, we can consider it to be a support. As far as the MACD is concerned, it's bearish right now, but it's by the looks of it, it might turn bullish tomorrow. There has been a lot of dark pool sales today, so maybe some of the whales are losing patience or losing confidence. So that could be an indication out there. But overall, if we look at the CRISPR sector, right from Editas onwards, right up to CRISPR Therapeutics, everything is looking good. So I think overall the market has turned for the better, and we'll have to see how it goes in the new year. So that's where I would end up my session today. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hope you do very well. Thanks, and have a great day. Like, share, and subscribe. Until then, take care. Goodbye.